Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. My name is Mel Rose, and I'm here to share your daily aspects. Today, June 1st, we have a lot on the page that has to do with how well we're getting along with others, how good we are at socializing. There's a point in the day where we can be very good company. There's a good point in the day where we can even be good hosts. We could, have something good come out of hosting somebody, taking someone out to lunch, something like that. And then there's also a point in the day where we might become a little more irritable and demanding, and it might be a little bit harder to achieve the goals that we're setting out to get done today. If we become irritable or demanding or sort of petty acting. At the same time, we've still got that Mercury trine Pluto and that Venus square Pluto right now, and that Venus square Pluto is bringing up these insecurities while Mercury trine Pluto is saying, yeah, we see those insecurities, and this trine functioning, this very harmonious functioning, is going to allow us to process them and to handle them in a more mature mindset. Hopefully, Mercury is retrograde, so we need a lot of analysis, we need a lot of functioning, but also we have to be aware of the over-analysis that's starting to come in with the Sun's transit through Gemini. So that's your preview. Let's get into today's aspects. Today is Wednesday, June 1, 2022. And the Sun is in Gemini, and this is the Sun transit that ends at midsummer, or the solstice, the longest day of the year, coming up on June 20th. This is a time of year when the Sun is already pretty powerful and still growing in influence. As the days stretch out, the general daytime outer life buzz grows. Sun in Gemini responds to the growing influence with a sense of curiosity and fun, seeking out creative ways to solve our problems and reach our goals. Gemini's ruling planet, Mercury, is retrograde. Rather, at this time, it is stationary, preparing again to go direct. Whatever conversations we've had or plans we've made, it's a good idea to wait a couple more days before making any firm commitments to the path forward. The waxing crescent moon is in Cancer all day today. Moon is the planet that rules the land of Cancer, so the heart and home vibes are likely to be very strong. We express our feelings by providing nurture to ourselves and those we keep close, and we create emotional and intuitive attachments at this time to the intentions we set with the waxing moon, and these attachments will aid us in the achievement of those goals. I'm going to get right into the aspects, but first I will point out the handcrafted key on the right-hand side of the page. Most of the symbols on the page have made it into the key, so if you desire a point of reference, it's right over here. I've otherwise divided the page into two columns, one for each of our luminaries. The moon is the luminary that sheds light on our inner lives. This is about your relationship with yourself, what it feels like for you to be in your body, heart, and mind, and in your home. The transits and aspects the moon makes are all very brief, and they have a subtle impact on those things you think, feel, know, and intuit, but may choose whether to express. The Sun is the luminary that sheds light on our outer lives. This is the outward expression of yourself in the world, especially in your work, social, and civic spaces. I address the Sun and the rest of the planet's movements on this side because they have a greater effect on that outward expression. And we have 4 fresh aspects on the moon side today, starting at 8:35 this morning, Central Standard Time, friends. Moon goes square to Jupiter. Cancer, Sagittarius, Pisces, Moon and Jupiter together favor social opportunities. We can be good company at this time. The challenge is not to overindulge in any of our favorite substances while we're being such good company. And then at 10:24 a.m., Moon goes sextile to Venus, Taurus, Cancer, Libra. This is another favorable indicator for socializing. We feel more attractive at this time, and we can make very good hosts. So, you want to take somebody out to lunch at this time or have somebody over. It's a good time to do it. This afternoon at 12:31, Moon goes square to Mars, Aries, Cancer, and Scorpio. These are your vibes. We may feel driven to quench some thirst or to satisfy some desire. Unfortunately, square vibes can make us seem overeager, irritable, or demanding, so beware the potential for passionate but petty outbursts. Finally, this evening at 8:12, Moon reaches their apogee, or their farthest point from Earth in their orbit around Earth. Just as the Moon moves the tides to greater or lesser degree, depending on how near they are to the Earth, the same happens to our emotional and intuitive lives. This can be a blessing when the Moon is in Cancer for our emotional life to feel a little more distant and less impacting on our personal lives. On the Sun side of the page, in the ongoing column, Sun sextile Mars will remain in aspect here through the 4th, so a few more days. For a while now, our conscious outward perspective on life has been in a cooperative vibe with our will to act. Mars is currently right at home in the land of Aries, where Sun is exalted. We make our moves at this time with ease and authority. Mercury is retrograde through June 3rd, so again, just a couple of days. Friends, while Mercury stations and then goes direct. And Mercury trine Pluto continues to bless us with positive vibes and rich insights through June 19. This is an opportunity to notice what's coming up from the shadow or the subconscious in terms of feeling and intuitive information that can be used to heal ourselves and advance through some of the deep and total changes that we're going through in the most ideal way possible. I always say that transformation is coming whether we want it to or not, so it's just a matter of like how much ease and grace can we get to move through those changes. Today is the final day here for Venus's square to Pluto. This aspect has been helping us out with the Mercury trine aspect by showing us where our insecurities come up and what unconscious forms of expression are no longer working for us. In short, the unconscious expression is becoming conscious at this time, and that is helping us to find solutions that are better for everybody involved. Pluto is retrograde through October 8. Pluto spends about half of every full year in retrograde, much like Persephone spends half of every year in the underworld. So the fertility of our individual and collective subconscious is emphasized here. The figurative skeletons in our closets are bound to demand some attention. Fortunately, Mercury's long trine with Pluto is helping them find some expression for healing. And once we are healed, our skeletons can finally be put to rest. This Friday, Mercury goes direct again, meaning we can begin again to see clearly the path forward and to communicate with clarity and relative ease, to move around the cabin, as you might say, to move around as our intellect and analysis sees fit to have us do from day to day. And then on Saturday, appropriately, Saturn will go retrograde. Saturn retrograde coming up here is going to be 4.5 months, okay? And, it's a time when things are going to slow down for us, asking us to make sure our approach to maintaining our responsibilities is sound. Also, those of us struggling with depression or social anxiety, something may come along to shake us up and ask us to take a look at that behavior and think about whether it's really working for us. Interesting times ahead for the next 4.5 months, friends. And then next Tuesday, we'll see that first quarter moon in Virgo, inviting us to do the work and overcome the obstacles that stand between us and the completion of our goals. And that is it for today's astrology, friends. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like my video, subscribe, and click the notifications bell. I post here every day, and I wouldn't want you to miss a thing. And friends, I appreciate it so much that you comment to ask questions and provide encouragement. I feel encouraged. I feel you lifting me up, and it's very gratifying for me. I'm so grateful. It isn't just gratifying for me to know that you're listening, though. It lets YouTube know that you're engaged in the content, and that's very helpful to me as well. So thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Also, if you know anyone for whom this guidance might resonate, I encourage you to share. Sharing is caring. If you want to see the astrology and tarot portion of today's aspects, join me over on Astrology Today and Tarot with Melrose. I might get used to saying that soon. The link is in the description. There we'll discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page, quickly run down the day's astrology, and then throw a card that speaks to the day's energies. Again, thank you for being here today. My love and gratitude go out to you all, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today.